If you're a designer or a work from homey in general, you gotta have a solid office chair. And I have one I think you're really gonna love. YouTube, what's good, y'all? This is Marshall Fox, and on this channel, I make videos about tips, tools, and tech for graphic designers to help you take your freelance game from good to go. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on a Haworth fern ergonomic office chair. But if you want to skip the backstory and get right to the review, jump to this timestamp. But before I begin, I gotta give a shout out to Ali Abdal and my PTYA family. They inspired me to do this video. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So I've been rocking with this IKEA chair since I started my graphic design career a few years ago, and I was tired of it. It wasn't ergonomic, and it would creak every time I moved, which was a real hit on Zoom calls. So I began looking into office chairs. I looked at the Secret Labs Titan, then Steelcase, then I stumbled into the world of Herman Miller. I saw that the Aeron was the industry standard, but it was like $1,500. I know you can get them used for like $500, but it's ugly to me, I'm sorry. Then I saw the Embody, and I thought, yeah, this is the one. But then I was scrolling on Facebook one day, and there it was, the Haworth fern. I was like, what is that? Mark Zuckerberg and all his anti-privacy shadiness led me right to it. I opened up the site. I was like, okay, that's about half the price of the Embody, but how does it feel? There weren't many reviews online and almost no videos, but I was curious. So I went down to the local dealer here in Baltimore called Price Modern. Almost nobody was there, and they were actually closed because of COVID. But after dropping a couple names at the front desk, somebody came down to greet me and gave me a tour of the place. So I sat in a few of the chairs, their regular version, then their executive version with the headrest. And I also tried out the version that has added lumbar support, which I just knew I was going to want. But after sitting in both, I realized that I didn't really need the additional lumbar support. The version without it was just fine. So they overnighted me some samples to look through, and hey, shout out to Beth at Price Modern. So Haworth, they typically serve like larger offices and sell these chairs in bulk. I hit Beth with a million questions and she still treated me like a VIP. So they have tons of fabric styles, grades, and colors to choose from. So I used the samples that they sent me along with their online configurator to find the perfect match. I knew I wanted a seat cushion that was like a maroon color, but I was really stuck between their coastal gray and their Baltic blue for the seat back. I eventually went with the Baltic blue. So I told her what I wanted. She sent me an invoice and said it would take about 4 weeks. It ended up taking closer to 6 weeks, but the chair was delivered fully assembled. It wasn't in a box or anything, which is a little odd, but it was flawless. Bruh, just look at how she fits into the aesthetic. Way better than the IKEA joint that I had. My wife thinks I'm obsessed with maroon, navy, and gray, and that's the only reason I got this chair. But it's really for my back. The looks are just a bonus. So Haworth worked with Western Michigan University's Human Performance Institute and a bunch of PhDs and physical therapists to develop this chair. It's inspired by the fern plant, which I love because it reminds me of childhood visits to my Grand Fox's house. So they wanted to create a task chair mixed with a lounge chair that's supportive but still flexible. So this is like something I always tell the designers that I mentor. You gotta find the balance between sexy and functional. It's gotta be sectional. This is a very sectional chair. So the seat cushion slides back and forth. And they have a version that tilts forward too, but after sitting in it, I realized that I didn't want that. So they had what are called 4D arms, which is super dope. You can adjust them a bunch of different ways, and whichever way you leave it, they stay put so you don't have to worry about them wiggling loose. So the seat goes up and down super smoothly. I'm talking like butter in complete silence. Look at me. This chair is crazy comfy. But my favorite feature outside of the comfort is the fact that I can lean back. They have this lever crank tension thingy that you can use to adjust how easy it'll lean back. So I'm probably lean back in this thing more than I'm sitting upright. I use it for power naps and for reading. So if you just had a big meal, or you're a fellow member of the skinny fat family or the dad bod brotherhood, you'll love this. I didn't even realize how much I did this until I sat somewhere else and tried to lean back, and yeah. So I can lean all the way back and even have my kids on me and still feel fully supported. This thing ain't tipping over. It reminds me of the Tesla Model X that's pretty much impossible to flip because of the weight distribution of the battery. But look, disclaimer, don't try that at home. If you lean back and you tip over, that ain't on me. And I love the fact that even though it's a high back chair, it gets narrower towards the top. So you can barely see it when I'm live streaming on Zoom calls or filming videos like this. I'm already doing the most back here, so I don't want a big obnoxious chair in the frame too. So I like the fact that it kind of hides in plain sight. And the dad point bonus for me is my 1-year-old Jace, I think he thinks I got the chair for him. And a double bonus is it muffles farts better than a leather chair, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Alright y'all, so on my personal scale from nope to dope, this gets a solid 10 out of 10. It's beautiful, it's comfy, and it really brings the place together, as they say here on the YouTubes. So outside of a well-lit work area, a good ergonomic chair will be at the top of my list for all working homies who spend a lot of time at their desk. So if you want to pick one up, I suggest you find a local dealer and go sit in one first, just so you can see how it feels, see if you need that extra lumbar support or the headrest, and really see if it fits you in your office space. So go to Haworth.com and find a dealer in your area. I use Price Modern here in Baltimore, and apparently they're the largest Haworth dealer in the world. So if you want to order from them, I'll link them in the description. But where do you stand? Or should I say sit? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you want me to do a full office tour video. And if you're still here, I have a special offer just for you, a free subscription to my channel. All you got to do is hit that red subscribe button and you're in. Nah, y'all, but seriously, I truly appreciate you for tuning in. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.
What's up?
What's up?